I am well pleased, young cerebrate.
Set number 2. So Hyva's up 1. Still fired up from his ZVZVZ tiebreaker, it looks like. So ZerO, you're going to have to bring more to the table in this set. Because Hyvaa had some pretty good decision making in that last game. Going for the Scourge, catching ZerO off guard, sniping the Muta early. Definitely won him the game, but here we go. Except this is on New Sniper Ridge, by the way, but up here at the 10 o'clock position in white is Hyvaa. So Hyvaa in white, meaning ZerO was down at the 8 o'clock position in purple. ZerO in purple. Let's get a couple more predictions from the Nuka Knights. Here's one from Dark Zone Irrationalis. Writes, ZerO will turn into a hero and slay Hyvaa. Hive Tech style. Yeah, everyone wants ZerO to go for Hive Tech ZVZ, although Queens don't require Hive Tech. It's a little bit different for the King of Queens. You don't need to necessarily get the Hive Tech. But I'd say that's more the forte of a player like Great. Great was always trying to do Hive Tech ZVZs. Did one in the final, in fact, versus Hydra. That was nuts. Alright, let's take a look at the build orders. Both guys are scouting in the wrong direction. Wah, wah. Or the Zerg version. Wah, wah. So, let's see. See the Overlord coming up for, ooh, a 9-pull opening. Aggressive opening from ZerO, going for the Extractor as well. To work on the Zergling speed and the lair early. So, very aggressive opening. Let's see if Hyvaa goes for the same kind of fast expand build. I don't believe he was. I was looking at the mini-map. It seemed that he already put down his spawning pool. Sup, dudes? Let's see. Yes, spawning pool was down for Hyvaa, so that was a 12-pull opening from him. 9-pull versus 12-pull. Going for his Extractor as well. So, ZerO, once he starts to move out, he's not really going to have the information he needs to know where Hyvaa's base is. So it could be a bit difficult for him to get some early pressure on. But Hyvaa was moving out with the drone, probably to do the 12-pool expand. A safe opening. Yes, he is going for the expansion. Puts down the natural right now. So ZerO's going to try to do something about this and pressure this base if he can find it. He's moving up now to the 10 o'clock position with that Overlord. But the Zergling's got to move out now, so ZerO's practically going to have to guess where Hyvaa is. ZerO's moving out into the middle of the map. He might make a decision soon about where he's going to send those things, but he doesn't find Hyvaa down at the 5 o'clock position, so he has a 50-50 chance, and he chooses incorrectly. He's running up to the 2 o'clock position with the Zerglings, meaning Hyvaa's probably going to be able to defend his natural for now. He's already got out his Zerglings, so it's not really going to be a sneak attack or anything like that. And surprisingly, ZerO, yeah, I think that ZerO just crossed Overlords, but it took him a second to catch on to that and where Hyvaa was. So he's moving up now to the 10 o'clock position, but Hyvaa should be fine. He's already pumping his reinforcements as well. He's going to have his second hatchery soon to help out and pump even more Zerglings. But oh man, surprising amount of Zerglings rally pointed to this position now. For ZerO, he's going to try to focus in, kill the hatchery. But Hyvaa trying to get surrounded what ZerO has. He's going to have to back off, though. He's getting surrounded by the Zerglings. So ZerO is taking out every single Zergling and a drone, or two. Another drone being chased off now by ZerO. But with the second hatchery here, Hyvaa should be fine. He should be able to defend this now. and work on his economy a bit. But there's a Spire for ZerO, getting up the Spire now. So he's definitely going to have the Muta advantage for a while, and Hyvaa is going to have to build some static defense. He'll need Spore Colonies to protect against this. There's no way he can get up his own Spire quick enough to fight back ZerO, even though he is already working on the lair, getting up the lair inside of his main, getting plenty of Zerglings at the front as well, just in case if ZerO should decide to go all-in Zergling, which I don't think he'll do. Now he's got to be on the defensive with 2 hatcheries worth of Zerglings bearing down on him. So all he's got to do is protect the Spire and get up his Mutas, try to do some harassment with those. So, let's get another prediction before Hyvaa attacks down here. Oh, here's a good one from Memory Space Card, writes, ZerO! 94 exclamation points. Yes, I counted them. But here comes Hyvaa is trying to pressure a little bit. He's going to find a Zergling, just focus in on the Zergling, kill one, and run through the arc to the best of his ability. Easier said than done, of course, but here comes the Evolution Chamber for Hyvaa. He's going to get up his creep colonies, morph those into spores very quickly. He's going to have to do that extremely quickly because his Evolution Chamber is not even up yet. This could be cutting it awfully close, but we'll see if he gets the spores up in time. He's cutting it close just so he can get the maximum amount of mining time with those drones before he has to commit them to the creep colonies to be morphed into spores. But I see 1 creep colony at each base for Hyvaa. Hyvaa's not attacking yet with those Zerglings and keeping some at home, in fact, to kill any sneaky Zerglings that should try to get by and harass. But now ZerO has out his Mutas. He's going to try to get some harassment done. He's going to be fended off by the spores. As soon as he gets there, the spore is going to morph just in the nick of time. So Hyvaa is actually well up on his game today. Some very good decisions in the last set, and the snappy spores coming up at just the right time, maximizing his economics, getting that second base early. Of course, yeah, he's pulling back with some drones to his main, and he's not mining a lot at that natural expansion now. But he's going to put down the extractor soon to help the upcoming Mutas, because he has his own Spire on the way. The Spire is coming up in the main, and he has that protected by 2 spore colonies, so he's going to be okay for a while. Second base coming up for ZerO. It's going to take him a bit longer to catch up to Hyvaa's economy. There's a nice sigh from Hyvaa, realizing the real battle is yet to come. The air battle is going to be the decisive one, I think. But here comes ZerO, snipes a drone. Spore colony not quite close enough to that mining line. Close enough to the middle, another drone goes down. So some successful harassment already from ZerO. And he catches an Overlord away from the spores. He's going to take down an Overlord. So ZerO is getting some major damage done without even getting hurt himself. Hasn't even taken 1 spore shot, I think. Let's see, ZerO going to try to protect this second base. He's bringing his Mutas back, which should be all he needs to protect the second hatchery. Yeah, the Zergling's helping out a bit. I'm going to run up to this natural expansion, and with no static defense, ZerO might be able to outrun Hyvaa's Zerglings and get up there and do some major damage, because here comes ZerO working up to this natural expansion. A bunch of Scourge just coming up for Hyvaa, but ZerO's going straight for the spore colonies. That's going to allow ZerO to harass even more than he already has at that natural expansion if the spore should go down. Yeah, ZerO takes down all of Hyvaa's Zerglings. No more Zerglings on the ground for Hyvaa at all, and he loses his spore colony at the front. So that natural expansion is probably going to go down. If Hyvaa moves out with his own Mutas to fend this off, ZerO will have his Mutas in ready to go, because he does have more Mutas than Hyvaa at this point. So the natural expansion is so close to going down in red, but Hyvaa somehow defending. He's defending with his Mutas because ZerO hasn't brought in his Mutas yet. He thought he could do it with the Zerglings, not quite. The hatchery down very low health, so one more good Zergling attack will be able to take that down, but for the moment, Hyvaa is holding. He holds, and now he's trying to get up a sufficient air army to tackle ZerO. I'm surprised that ZerO didn't fly in there with his own mutas, but that could just be because he was focusing on droning up, especially at that natural expansion, getting the drones mining gas to support his muta army. Let's see, said hatchery clinging to life, blood pouring out of it, but one good muta attack should be able to take this down. Let's see if ZerO's going to focus on the hatchery first. Gotta be careful! Oh, mutas get killed by the Scourge. The Scourge take down mutas. ZerO falls into quite a few of Hyva's mutas, but yeah, just a couple more attacks. There's the second base going down. So that's a pretty huge loss for Hyvaa. It's going to put him behind in his production as well, because he won't be able to outpump ZerO for a while. He's going to have to put down another hatchery as soon as he possibly can. And he can't even afford it right now, probably. Yeah, he has the spore colonies, though. He has a good defense of his main. And ZerO throwing down a creep colony of his own to morph into a sunken, just trying to protect and make sure he can pump nothing but mutas. Keep his second base protected while he moves out with mutas to be aggressive. Okay, that sunken colony is going, and here comes Hyvaa. He's moving down. Now he's got to get something done because he is at a disadvantage now, a hatchery disadvantage. Soon to be a major economic disadvantage as well. Becomes more Scourge. ZerO killed about half of those, but Hyvaa seems that he has a way smaller muta count because, yeah, you can just tell from the shadow under ZerO's mutas. GG from Hyvaa. Actually, a bit of a smirk from Hyvaa. Like, I gave it my all. And now we have a series. Well done, ZerO. Hoping for a series. But okay, let's move on to the third set.